Today, you are going to learn a lesson in accountability from 20 Pushups Pat. He represents one of the chapters in my new book, Get Better Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors. Hi, I'm Ken Okel. In this video series, I break down each chapter, giving you some inside information about the subjects inside, these incredible people. Today, we are talking about accountability and setting standards, and also making sure that you're communicating them to others. So this story begins years ago. I'm working as a TV news reporter. I am covering a flood. There's been a lot of heavy rain at the time. The Ohio River keeps going higher and higher and higher, jumps its banks, starts to flood communities. This isn't necessarily like a tidal wave. The water is going up significantly every day, but you have a little bit of ability to move around. So I'm actually covering this story for several days, seeing as people are trying to save their homes or just having to evacuate them. And after a while, as a journalist, you're like, okay, I've covered this aspect already. What else can I cover? We're driving around, and then we see a huge mound of sand in a playground. And it turns out sandbags were being filled. Sandbags are used to create a barrier against the floodwaters. Very important. Who's filling the sandbags? A bunch of young people from a juvenile detention center. So all these young men have had some sort of problem with the law. They're now in juvie. On this occasion, they've been let out to help fill the sandbags, help the community. For a lot of them, I think this is a welcome opportunity to get outside, do something different, get some fresh air. And they're all guarded, so they're not going anywhere. The man who's in charge of all the guards is 20 Pushups Pat. Older gentleman, but not like a kindly grandfather type. He was tough. Think drill sergeant. Anyway, we meet him. He says, yeah, you can get video of us. I'll do an interview. Great. At a certain point, he tells all the young men, okay, 10-minute break, go to the bathroom, do whatever, back in 10. Everyone leaves. Then I notice, around 9 minutes, 30 seconds, everyone comes back, they line up, and the last guy to arrive, he comes in before the 10-minute mark. But 20 Pushups Pat goes, hey, Mickey, okay, you're the last one, give me 20. Mickey gets on the ground, does 20 push-ups, gets back in line. Later, I asked 20 Pushups Pat about this, because I said, Mickey made it back under the deadline, but you made him do extra push-ups. Why? Pat told me, we have to have some accountability. We have to set some standards with these young men because many of them have never had any. They need to understand the value in being first, the value in not being last. So for various activities they do throughout the day, the last person to finish always does 20 push-ups, no matter if they were like half a second behind the next to last person, always have to do it. In your world, I realize you're not a detainee, but do you have standards for how you want things done, how you want to live your life, and have you communicated those to others? Because a funny thing can happen. If standards aren't set, others will assume they know what you want, and they may be way off. So it's very important to understand why you need to have standards. And even if they seem a little unfair, make sure that people understand, hey, as in the case of 20 Pushups Pat, this was to teach these young men a valuable lesson about accountability and how they were going to hold themselves in the world when they got out. In your world, set the standards, communicate them to others. Did you know you can buy Get Better through Amazon.com? If you want to learn more about the inside story about this book, you can go to my website, kenokel.com. And while there, you can also watch some clips of my speaking presentations. Coming up next time, we're going to talk about the chapter I call Frustration is a Choice. I think we've all been in that situation where we didn't get a promotion or a raise or an opportunity, even though we thought we were the best person. How do you handle that frustration and not let it kind of burn inside you and affect your career? We're going to talk about that, and you're going to learn an important lesson from a professional ballerina all about frustration is a choice. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and get better.